Is this clean enough, guys? Hold up. I think it was. Hello everybody. It's been a while since live stream, since I don't usually like to do live streams if I'm not in Russia, because I'll get into that. Hi everybody, welcome, keep joining. This is Igor in Russia. We're gonna be talking about some topics on this live stream. I'm gonna talking about different updates about the border, which is of course one of the themes of my channel, because I'm a foreigner who actually have to go through borders and quite a immense of phases to reach Russia, which is my ultimate goal, since truthfully I don't care being anywhere else in the world except Russia, unless I'm exploring some new locations as a tourist. Hello Gloria, hello Ree. I notice I see Gloria mention a black cat. Is black cat also here? Please everybody join the chat, join the stream. Of course, I have released some new videos on my Igor Russia channel about crossing a new way to cross Russia or to Estonia, depends. Then there's also some new videos about pretty popular video with the concert. A video from yesterday, I believe. Yes, from yesterday, a concert with well, it's not Nautilus, but the band, the guy Butusov is from Nautilus, from the Brother movies, and this is the one the concert where I ended up last time when I was filming Nevsky. I was filming Nevsky live stream, then I stopped the stream, then I went to just film separately, ended up in a concert, and now the video's doing pretty good right now on my channel. Hello Black Cat, nice to see you, man. All right guys, let's get into the topic. So last weekend, the border to Russia, hold up, can I do this like here maybe? Oh, fatty on the move. No, I can't. So guys, last weekend, Estonia abruptly decided to close the border on Friday because of humanitarian reasons, because Estonians, as you know, they are so worried about your health. They're so worried about your health that they always like to say that do not travel to Russia. And anyways, they closed down abruptly during the I think it was Friday. Then they decided to close the border for the weekend. So all the people who are traveling to Russia, not only Russians, people, I know that some in the commentary said people came, was it from Austria or Australia or New Zealand, people coming from really far, expecting to cross to the greatest place on earth, Russia. So they had to wait in the great country of Estonia for 2-3 days to cross. Then they reopened this Monday. They reopened the border from the Estonian side, because Russian border was open, of course, normally. Hello Scott, hello Seahawk. So they reopened it on Monday. Oh, and man, was there some crazy lines. One subscriber from YouTube, I think from Facebook, I was in contact with him before and later. I think he was from Norway. He's from Norway. He was traveling with his family. He needed to go to Russia and Petrozavodsk. and he sent a lot of pictures. So if you want to see those, check out my community post. I think it's in my community post. And there was if you remember that tall building, if you have watched my live streams from Narva. So there was a tall Soviet building, let's say, I don't know how many hundreds of meters from the border, from Estonian side. The line stretched all the way to that building and further at the opening hours. So there was a opening hour at 7, and before opening it was like few hundreds of meters long. So for his occasion, for his case, the waiting time on the Estonian side was I think 3 hours. Then he sent me a picture when he crossed the Russian side of the border. I estimated that line to be a 3 hour, almost 3 hour, and it was correct, a 3 hour line. So I think it was altogether like six something hours long waiting time. Can you imagine? Yeah. Let's give me a basketball. Let's play some hoops. We're gonna get into that in a second. So yeah, the border is open, but at least on Monday there was a huge line which continued probably throughout the day. And I was supposed to travel to Russia yesterday, and I was supposed to be full day today in Russia, but I couldn't because I have the situation where I need to be back on Monday. There was a certain bus that I wanted to take back, the one I told you about, the overnight bus, the only shift going from St. Petersburg to Tallinn overnight, because this way I can save the whole day. So it was actually full, so I just couldn't travel 16, it's approximately 16 hours, just as much as there's viewers over here. 16-hour trip from Helsinki to Moscow, St. Petersburg. So basically the full day is travel mode, and I'm not able to travel 2 days for 16 hours just to be there, like only 2 days. I just can't, and it makes me sick to think that I could not get there right now, but I couldn't. And also because there's a certain very personal, very bad news in the family. Which happened this week. So I'm really stressed. Not stressed, feeling horrible because of that news. Man, there's fucking mosquitoes. I'm stressed, I'm angry, all together. So that also influences my well-being, which is not so well. All right, guys, what you talking about here? So I was supposed to go to Russia. I'm watching the chat over here, by the way, so it's all good. We can play basketball someday. All right, thank you, Black Cat. Black Cat and Ria on the as mods. So yeah, guys, really bad news concerning the family, and that affects, of course, because even now my traveling was restricted because of the jail, other work, which is basically jail, meaning restricting. And as you guys know, my aim and my goal and my plan is to just go on a trip. Let's see if I'm able to travel to Russia soon, but currently not in Russia. Today is Alei Parusa in St. Petersburg, which I wanted to see and film. I think I ate a mosquito. So that is Alei Parusa is a celebration for students who are finishing their school year, and it's an amazing event. There's like, I've read some back in the days, I read that there's like 1 million people on the street celebrating altogether, not just the school people. And this is the only time when I know that they don't sell alcohol during this day. I think it's also effective this year. This is the only time when they don't sell alcohol. Of course, there's alcohol restrictions. They start to sell alcohol in Russia at 11 and finishing at, I think, 10. Yes, until 10. So really bugs me not to be there, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna re-edit. I have so many videos that I'm able to share my experience from Alei Parusa. It's in English. It's Scarlet Sails. I think I might release it tonight or tomorrow. I did today. So it's amazing. Antti Mouro says he saw the graduation party of that school 20 years ago in Yekaterinburg. Yes, and in St. Petersburg it's especially special because there's a thing with the sails on Neva River, which is I don't know how it is in different cities around the country. So guys, it's still up for grabs on where to travel during the summer. I hope I can do it. We have continued talking about that bigger trip across Russia on Igor in Russia with you guys, and also searching for donations, those who want to support the trip. The trip will go to I have few choices, and you guys been talking about, I know Black Cat's been talking about Kazan, which is a good choice. It's eastwards from Moscow. I've been talking about going southwards from Moscow, which is Voronezh, which is really close to actually some news concerning attacks, etc. But that's the place where my family is. And also other choice is Kaliningrad as well. Belarus is one option as well, but it's a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky for me because I would need to fly from international airport to Minsk. From Minsk, hold up, I can do this. Black Cat, thank you, sir. Hey bud, nice to see you, by the way. Nice to see you too, Black Cat, and everybody. I want to do more live streams, but I'm especially, as you guys know, I'm especially motivated to film when I'm in Russia. This place called Finland is deeply unmotivating and deeply boring. Plus, I know you guys been asking me to film. Maybe I could do maybe this. Guys, if you want me to film a live stream from Helsinki Center, maybe something with the Russian connection, because it has a lot of Russian influence. So please comment. I can maybe do that. Whoa, check it out. Did you know, guys, that when my wife came to, she was amazed that this place actually has, hold up, bunnies, street bunnies all around. And that's, yeah, this is one of the greatest things in Helsinki, in Finland. You have a lot of beautiful nature, but nature can get you so far. This is not a this is not a nature calling channel. But yeah, these are called city bunnies. Not actually bunnies, rabbits. But as I was saying, thank you for the super chat. And oh my God, Black Cat, you've been a 19-month member, and Scott Nesbitt has been 16 months a member. Wow, thank you so much, guys. Igor family member, thanks for the great videos, always enjoy. Thanks for the great videos, always enjoy. Thank you so much. Black Cat says we need a 2-year icon for members. We need yes, I will make one. I need to actually create more stuff for members, right? There's a latest thing is a special 7-minute special walk of St. Petersburg. All right, Лёша says, привет, Петербург, привет. Как дела у тебя? I'm fine. Well, I'm sort of fine. Like I said, some really bad news this week, which influences a lot of things for a longer period. All right, Daniel Castro asks, can I hold up? Here it is. No. Hold up. No. How can I take this comment? No fucking hell. Sorry, guys. I don't know how to... I don't know how to... I just ruined the whole stream. Gloria. Hold up. God damn. Here it is. And I'm gonna take it. If I take it away, it's still highlighted, right? Yeah. Well, this is awesome. Hey, I got it. Yes. All right. Sorry, Gloria, but anyway, we had a question. And yes, guys, if you want to, this is a talk about also the border. I'm kind of a sort of probably a specialist. So please ask if you want to know something about border crossings. And a few questions that have been, I have lots of questions coming in from different commentaries, which we'll try to remember to answer them. But Daniel Castro asks, I don't get it. Is it Narva-Ivangorod crossing open to get into Russia? Yes, it is. It was closed for the weekend, which is by the Estonian side, which is kind of out of the ordinary thing. But now it's open again normally so far. And it's open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. And you have to cross it by foot. So, and that's because Russia closed the bridge for 2-year renovation, reconstruction, I don't know. So no vehicles crossing the border. But there's also another crossing from Estonian Luhamaa, and the Russian side is called Shumilkin, something like that. But anyways, so if you have a car, you can also cross the border by car, but you need to have a special time reserved, so you can actually cross it at that certain time that you have reserved online. But that's also a way to cross by a bus, and there's only one shift leaving from Tallinn to St. Petersburg, usually in the evening, like around 9, and arriving to St. Petersburg like around noon or early morning, lunchtime, and vice versa, from St. Petersburg overnight through Pskov to Tallinn. And this is the experience that I filmed last time. So there's a different choices. You can also, if you don't have you can also travel by this special minibus company that I use usually. You can travel from St. Petersburg to Ivangorod, And if you arrive late, or if you don't have the time because you need to cross it by 11, so if you don't have the time to cross it, you can stay overnight at Ivangorod, then you can cross it in the morning. I believe there's possibly some lines occurring on the both sides as soon as the border opens at 7. So yes, guys, you can cross through Narva, or you can cross from Luhamaa. And this Luhamaa border is like a little bit south from Narva, on the level of Pskov. So you're going to be you can also cross it by foot, on foot, or you can cross it by this bus or by a car if you have reserved that time, special time to cross. You can also, of course, as we have talked about it, you can also cross the border, go to Russia via Istanbul, for example. And this way you're going to be flying to Moscow or St. Petersburg. I've seen a fox over here as well. There is a fox living in one of these smaller forests over here. All right, guys, keep the questions coming and commenting about the topic. I have lots of videos in the making, guys. Steve says, I'm supposed to be doing Gdansk, Kaliningrad next month. Have you done this route before? No, but I have lots of commentaries about it, because I have traveled to Kaliningrad by flying back in the good old days. And I was invited to this event back then in the early beginning of my channel. So back then I traveled to Riga, and I was supposed to go from Riga to Kaliningrad, but the plane was late, so they rerouted me to Moscow, and that was my first time flying to Moscow. I flew overnight to Moscow and then flew to Kaliningrad. It was awesome. So I have, if you want to check some old videos from Kaliningrad, I have Kaliningrad, then I have Svetlogorsk, I think it's called, or Svetlogorsk, Zelenogorsk, I'm not sure the name. Anyways, the beautiful town, city in Kaliningrad region. So you can check that out on my map, link in the description. So, but I heard about Gdansk. It's people go usually from Gdansk. I was thinking about next time going from Vilnius. For me, it's easier to go to Vilnius because I can travel from Tallinn to Vilnius by bus or flying actually as well. By the way, I could fly. Tickets are pretty cheap to fly to Vilnius. Good idea. So yeah. And what I know about is that currently, that's what they say, is that the Polish side or the Lithuanian side are not in a hurry to let people in through, so it will take some time, few hours to cross the border. That's what I know so far. Any chance to visit Vladivostok in the future? Alex Oliveira, my goal, if somebody asks what you want to film or see in Russia, I want to see from east to west, just like my other channel's name is called East to West Quest. No, west to east quest. So I want to do this whole thing, but definitely want to see Vladivostok. I don't know, I need to go full-time with this channel and just go for it. The other way is to maybe if there's some kind of a project in Russia that they want to invite a foreigner vlogger like me with a Western perspective, because I'm one of the rare YouTubers who are doing focus on Russia, especially in Russia, from abroad. Yes, I have Russian roots, but I don't think there's anybody else actually traveling like one so often between the countries, experiencing all the stuff as a foreigner, because a lot of my friends and colleagues, and some of them not my colleagues and friends, YouTubers, foreigners who are expats in Russia, and which is cool, but that's my niche. I think that's why I'm able to speak about borders, because all of these other dudes cannot say actually how it's like. They usually, if they leave the country, they fly back, so they have this flying experience, which is not affordable to everyone, because you have to fly via Istanbul usually, or like Dubai or from like Asian countries. And welcome everybody. We're talking about traveling to Russia. Push like, and if you want to support the channel, push super chat or super sticker. All right, we have some comments. Why don't you do Kaliningrad to Moscow? That's one option, yes. Or go to like St. Petersburg and Moscow, then Kaliningrad. That's one choice. But the plan is that I would really like to go a bit further, and I've been to Kaliningrad. Sure, I want to do it much bigger, in a better way right now. But if I have few days, you know, from Kaliningrad, I can do so much. But if I'm from Moscow traveling, let's say to Voronezh, I'm able to go to Voronezh, Rostov-on-Don. What else is there? Of course, Volgograd. So, you know, there's much more stuff. Maybe even Sochi. So there's like 12 to 24-hour train rides between the cities. Maybe even Crimea, Sevastopol. All right, so Song says, I visited Kaliningrad 3 weeks ago, entered from Gdansk, out Sovietsk, out Sovietsk to Lithuania, crossing border by walking. All right, so you walked, right? All right. Is there a bus from Murmansk to Kirkenes? Kirkenes is Norway, right? I know that I think late last month ago, basically, Norway closed the only border with Russia. So sheep do what sheep do, right? There's a mosquito attack, guys. Support with like, push like. How long did you wait last time at Russian border? My shortest waiting time since the beginning of 1st of May, when the Estonians decided to close it for the night, so it packed a little bit. It influenced the waiting times a bit, because before that my waiting time was actually, well, my record is 20 minutes crossing Estonia and Russia. Sometimes it was like an hour. Usually it was like an hour. From 1st of May, it's been 3 hours, and this horrific. I was 4 hours in May, and last time it was 3 hours, 2.5 hours, I think. So yes. For mosquito spray, lol. Thank you, Black Cat. We'll need it. We'll definitely need it. So if I'm like shaking, it's not because I'm using anything. It's because I'm being attacked. My dream is to visit Kamchatsky Krai. Oh man, Steve, we have both great dreams. And I say to myself and everybody else, I'm not an example for now, but just fulfill the dreams. You have only one life, and I will do it. I had enough of this bullshit. Sitting from 9 to 5, spending. I could do so much more, because I have a unique possibility to share something beautiful with you guys. Mosquito don't like Marmite. Gloria and her Marmite. If you ever get a free time, could you send word to Dima that we hope he doing well and he miss him? Scott, I just met him 3 weeks ago. Did you see the post? So actually we chatted for quite a bit about life and stuff, what's going on, and about Russia, of course. So, and I said exactly those words, because I've been hearing exactly what you said from different routes, so he might be coming back. He's a bit busy with other projects. So yes, I already told him. From Narva, Estonia to Ivangorod, I waited less than 5 minutes. Songs, when was this? And what waiting time? There's the crossing, the bridge crossing takes you 7 minutes 20 seconds. I counted, so 5 minutes is not possible. But if you're talking about just the waiting time, sure, it's possible. It used to be possible, not anymore basically, I would say, unless you get super lucky. I'm not able to give you pinpoint the exact date when you should cross the border. I used to be able, but now it's so unpredictable because a lot of buses have changed routes. Lux Express leaves at 4 a.m. to be at 7 a.m. at the border when the border opens in Narva. Then they have like another bus leaving at 6, so they have changed. So and plus the Eco Lines, plus some other buses. So when the buses arrive, all the people, let's say there's 50 plus spots on a normal bus like Lux Express, 50 people go in one line. I know that processing 50 people takes you at the shortest 1 hour on the Russian side especially. So yeah, and guys, if you have Schengen area passport, and if there's a line on Narva side, you can actually cross the line, because most of these people are waiting in line, well, all of them are Russian citizens, and they have to go through a passport control personally. So you can actually just go, and there's a special like electric gates, like electric passport control, which takes you like 20 seconds. So go there. Why I'm telling you this, because for example, I did not know. I thought it was like EU thing, but it's actually a Schengen area thing, because this subscriber from Norway that I told you about, who was waiting in line on Monday when the borders opened for like 3 hours among Russians, they actually told him to go to the electric. When he reached the passport control, they said to him, hey, you can go through there. So he could have gone there right away, and I was sorry to say that, dude, you were waiting kind of unnecessarily for that first 3 hours. But I try to help, but sometimes I'm not able, sometimes I don't have all the info to, or you know. All right guys, so Gomel is nice, man. That's Belarus, right? I want to see it all, guys. I could be traveling full time. All right, what else do you have? Waited less than 5 minutes. Song says, I mean with Russian officer. All right, so it's yeah. It takes about 5 minutes if there's no questions asked, but to reach that passport control, the waiting time on the Russian side is like around 3 hours, plus minus. Worst case, the bridge is full, so it's closer to 8 hours on the right after Narva checkpoint, so it's crazy. How is it easier to cross? Hold up. I paid 20 euros with small bus from Ivangorod to St. Petersburg. Yes, 20 with small bus from Ivangorod to St. Petersburg. I don't know, because I know that the small bus costs you $7.50. The Skyline that I told you about on my channel from Ivangorod, I use it usually, so it's $7. 20 bucks is too much, but I guess people don't care if you're in a hurry. Money says, I want to visit Belarus from Moscow, Minsk. Hold up. I want to Moscow, Minsk, Vilnius. Do I need visa to cross from Belarus to Vilnius? You need to have an EU visa, yes. Money, where are you from? If you're Russian, you can go from Belarus to Moscow. Moscow to Minsk, yes. But if you're not Russian, if you're a tourist, you cannot go from Russia to Belarus. You have to go to Minsk International Airport from a third country, from a third-party country, because Russia and Belarus is considered internal borders, basically like Schengen area. So you must have a Schengen entrance. In this case, you must have a special entrance to Belarus. You cannot just go. So yes, and you need a Schengen visa to enter Vilnius. And if you plan to be in Vilnius, then you have to have a Lithuanian Schengen visa. Yes. You can wait people hitchhike. Someone may help you for free. I wouldn't recommend it. The border is so hectic right now. I know, for example, that the person took the first deal they got, but they decided to have a taxi all the way to St. Petersburg. That's 2-hour drive, and they paid $100, which is overpaying. 10,000 rubles is almost a monthly pay. It would be cheaper to go on a taxi, basically, like a real taxi. Is it hot today on the border? I don't know, Borscht, because you missed the beginning, but wasn't able to go to Russia as I planned because of many reasons. So I'm not in Russia right now or at the border. But I planned to go soon, but I was supposed to be there. I was supposed to also travel to Riga instead of Russia, because like I said, there was a bus that I planned to use to get him back, which was overbooked. Which was full, so I couldn't come back in time. I would have to return on Sunday, and if I return on Sunday, not overnight, that would mean that, like I told you in some videos, I would have to travel to, I would have to leave Russia in the morning so I can go to the border, so I can go to 3 hours to Tallinn, so I can make this fucking ferry to reach this imprisonment called Finland. But I couldn't do that. I'm not traveling 16 hours to be like 1.5 days, 2 nights in my hometown, St. Petersburg. So yeah, that's why I was planning to go to maybe elsewhere, but like I said, there's a certain bad situation in the family, so that influenced my thinking a lot. Korean passport, I can go both freely, Russia and Schengen. You know better, I don't know. I did not know that you can go freely without visa to Russia or Schengen, but anyways, you cannot, shit, what the hell is this? You cannot travel to Minsk via Belarus. The Belarus visa-free is only from a third country. Thank you, Borscht. It's not loss, but it's very bad. Thank you. Finland is imprisonment. Yes, it is. It feels like this is. Like I said, guys, you see me in Russia most of the times happy, and that's because I'm in Russia. My smile begins when I'm in Ivangorod or Russia in general. That's me personally. I'm not saying that some countries, this country is something, I'm just telling you how I feel. And Black Cat, thank you for super chats. For basketball, we can play hoops, Scott and I versus you. Yes, I need to lose some pounds and get my motivation back, because this is this imprisonment is killing me. Auntie says I can get a Russian citizenship as well. Yes, I can, sure, and why not? Plan to. But it doesn't change the fact that I must be here for now, at least. Steven says, I'm supposed to be spending 2 weeks in Russia, visiting Petersburg, Moscow, Rostov-on-Don. Wow, what a connection. Will 1,000 euros be enough for spending money? Hey, very good question. Definitely will be. Of course, depends how you travel. Do you travel like budget? And do you plan to eat normally, like not luxuriously? If you plan to live like it's like a semi-tourist, meaning you maybe spend a bit more than locals, but still go to local spots. Travel a bit budget-wise. Do you plan to Moscow? Are you planning to get a ticket to Moscow in advance, which means it would be 40 bucks, or are you planning to buy the one for 100 bucks, which is the later you get, the higher the price. So if you're able to buy tickets, if you have Russian cards in advance, the ticket is 45. By the way, usually you can fly to Moscow for 20-40 bucks. If you plan to do that, around that, 1,000 bucks is enough for sure. If travel and hotels are prepaid, 1,000 bucks is way too much even. So yeah, definitely, for sure. Man, I would tell you that I could tell you that, for example, if you go shopping, then you buy some maybe souvenirs, not too expensive, some basic stuff. 50 to 60 bucks, max 70 bucks a day is enough. You can eat at a restaurant, let's say even St. Petersburg. If you go not in these touristic food, if you go a bit like to other centers or on the edge of the cities or anywhere else, not touristy spots, you can eat for properly, if you one-man meal with desserts, with a drink, for 20 bucks. 20 bucks is enough. 2,000 rubles, you'll get a good meal, maybe a little bit aside to it, plus a beer, and maybe a dessert. Yeah, 15 bucks. Then of course shopping, if you buy some vodka anyway, vodka is like 5 bucks if you want a better one. So that's the stuff. All right. My travel rats and Andrews, my job. Nice. All right, guys, let's see some comments more. Lolka Polka, привет. Привет. And yes, столовая. You can find actually good столоваяs as well. So you can eat for like 300. Yes, if you buy some extra stuff, maybe all the way to 5. Good comments, guys. Very good talk. Dual passports, yes. But the problem, Antti, about passports, I don't have the problem going to Russia. That would be just even easier, but it's not about, it's about my things I have to do in the other country, then going traveling there 16 hours and have to get back to some freaking work shift, like fuck it. That's the thing that bothers me and restricts me the most. Not the fact that I'm able to travel to Russia as much as I want. Staying is what I want. My daughter is coming to St. Petersburg next Tuesday. How to bring money to Russia, how much and in what currency? I heard that customs have had problems with importing money. So listen, about this, I get a lot of questions about this. So, for example, if your daughter is Schengen with a Schengen passport, so she'll be if she goes through Narva, let's say, it's quite possible that very possible that nobody will ask anything. So that sort of means you can bring in as much as you need. Then of course, I've heard things that you can bring some money for your personal use, spendage. Not like, I don't know, something like that. So how much money? Well, as much as she needs. But if she's very afraid, I've heard that there's a street, Malami, called right next to the border crossing. There's two or 3 currency exchange offices in Narva. And last time I checked, they had a good, last time I heard, they actually had a good rate and no extra fees. So your choice. You can bring in the money and exchange the way I've told you about on my channel. I told you that don't change in banks. Exchange your money in these offices, for example, or Sennaya or elsewhere. This way you'll get a better rate. But otherwise, if she's scared, she can exchange beforehand. Just make sure that the rate is good. For example, that video, the latest video about exchanging money, where I give you the best tips on my channel, go check out the link in the description. And that site is usually has pretty good rates, so you can see if that bank rate is close to that Norwegian rate. But if I were her, maybe I would just, I don't know, read between the lines. And songs do not change. I would, if you have few hundreds, don't change in banks, because banks usually have few rubles worse exchange rates. And if you exchange in few hundreds, that 5 rubles will turn into a pretty decent money in Russian terms. For example, if you lose 1,000 rubles, 500 rubles, that's a pretty long taxi drive already. Of course, when I'm arrived to Russia, I live like local, so I'm not overspending on anything. I'm saving, so that's my mentality. But I'm just trying to help you. You choose. Yes, Narwanian. How often do you travel to Russia, Vasily? My answer is as much as I would travel and stay in Russia if I could. But how often? Usually every 3 weeks. Oh, every 3 weeks maybe. But I would do it even more often if I could, because that's the time when I'm home. The only time I feel that I'm home, because I am home. That's the time I feel happy. I feel energized, motivated, all that good stuff. And Black Cat is back. Yes, 500 rubles. You can use taxi twice. And by the way, also, because you get the best tips on Igor in Russia. If you stay in St. Petersburg, and the songs, I think, or who was traveling and who needed that 1,000 bucks. If you stay in that long, you should open the bank. Go check out Sberbank video on my channel, how to get a bank card as a foreigner, so you can put your exchange money on your Russian bank card, which is safer. And we have our friend back. Check it out. Can you see him? Hold up. There he is. Right there. Our friend returned. Say hi. All right, Tinkoff. All right, I support Sberbank, so, but it's all good. Do you think about to stay in Russia to live? Or do I? Of course I do. That's the dream. That's the dream, that's the goal, for sure. Why should you not fulfill your dreams? You know? I've done lots of stuff in my life. I have done some impressive stuff in different fields. But definitely it's time to live up to your dream. What are your growth visions for your channel? When I'm battling on this channel, still battling the shadow ban thing, which is shut up. I'm still battling the shadow ban. I don't know will I ever defeat it, but hold up. In some videos I'm able to break it a little bit, but of course it's an uphill battle. But we are reaching 20,000, which is sort of cool. Not very cool actually. Long time coming. Then on my other channel, some videos are doing better than on this one, even though it's how many times? 6 times smaller channel, which supports my shadow ban theory. But I'm trying out different videos, like Istanbul videos and different eastward travel videos on my other channel. So hoping for the best. So my growth, short answer, summarizing the answer, battle continues, but we are going forward. And the other channel is also doing fine. We need quite more often some hit videos. Speaking of that, I just released a Real Reporter interview on my other channel. But I will release some of the videos on both to see how the algorithms work, because like I said, I'm not fine doing in my view, great video, spending a lot of time, and then get like 200 views on a channel with 20,000 subscribers. That is bullshit. No thank you. And yes, reaching 100,000 on Facebook. And that's the main channel so far. Telegram, we have exceeded thousands. So let's hope we'll be celebrating soon at 20,000 subscribers. Songs, welcome to Korea. Russian people and Schengen area people. You guys are both can come to Korea without visa. Oh, is it so? The only problem, I really want to see Seoul. Really want to see South Korea, and by the way also North Korea. But it's expensive to travel to South Korea. And of course to North Korea as well. Yes, live your dreams, reach for the sky. Thank you, Lars. What are your thoughts on TikTok? Yeah, sure. I have few great videos there as well, but my personal resources are maxed out. But I do release rarely something there, but I had some great numbers there as well. What's the use being on TikTok? That's the other question. And yes, supports Igor with Super Chat, guys. Indeed. Well, Igor, what camera do you use for your vlogs? Steve, I usually use my action camera. For some reason, haven't been bringing my bigger camera like DSLR, mirrorless DSLR, to Russia, because I actually like to take some photos as well. And also, you know, to bring that camera in, I would need to bring my big stabilizer gimbal, which is I haven't ever used, by the way. And plus, I don't use drones because you cannot bring drones because of the sanctions. I would need to buy one, buy a small drone in Russia to use one. So yeah, I usually my action camera because it fits me. I know Borscht took my advantage and also liked the camera. So DJI Osmo Pocket, now it's number 2 that I use. DJI Osmo Pocket number 2. Then I also have a drone DJI. But I cannot bring it in. And then I have this Canon mirrorless cam. I use mirrorless cam for some live streams if I use StreamYard. But this is clearly just a phone. How do you speak such a good English? I just studied parents made me study English. Then I got into then I loved music. Then I got into music. So I've been rapping for 20 something years in English for a big part of it. So basically music and studying, plus using all these years tons of English, not reading, listening and watching a lot of American and content. And even now, all my news come from America, YouTube. No drone. I bought a Fei Young Pocket 3 and Hover Air number X1. I don't know what that is. I have DJI. But yeah, no drone. I do have a drone, but like I said, I used it mostly for filming the Russian World War I bases of Helsinki, Finland, which I'm the only person in history who have filmed them on video, all of them. And that means actually 300 defense stations from from the period of 1915 to 1918, most of them. Some of them, the sea fortresses, are actually way older. I have some stuff. Guys, I love producing these type of stuff. I'm not meant to be in no fucking office building between four freaking walls. I had enough, guys. You can notice me speaking more violently now. VK app, I haven't used that, nor I have used RooTube, which office building I actually found in Moscow. You have that community post where I took a picture in front of RooTube building. I hope they don't confiscate my Hover Air. I would advise you not to bring, because it's not the Russian side. It's the you might get charged by the EU. I would advise not to bring it because it's sanctioned. If you bring in a sanctioned product of this level, of this stuff, you might get in trouble if they caught you. These look like Canadian mosquitoes. Black cat, I think they are Canadian mosquitoes. So guys, do you know something about the train from St. Petersburg to Ivangorod? Yes, I do. Vasily, so I haven't used it because it's a bit tricky time that it leaves. But let me tell you, if you arrive to Ivangorod at night, stay overnight, which I have also video about. That it's a bit tricky thing, but you can possibly do it. The train leaves to St. Petersburg, was it like a little bit before 6 a.m. So there's like maybe, it depends where you are, it's like a 20-something minute walk to the train station. And the train ride takes, was it 2 hours plus? And the ticket is ridiculous. It's like $3 or something like that. Yes, you can. And the same train, it's only one shift a day, I think. And another thing is that the train from St. Petersburg to Ivangorod leaves, was it like 6 p.m. So it's there around like 9 or something like that. So that's one option. I don't know how many people use it though, because buses are so convenient. All right, guys, let's wrap this up. People had enough of the live stream talk. I think we might do some live stream from Helsinki Center, maybe talk about more about stuff about Russia, maybe history, maybe Russian influence on Finland, which I'm sort of expert on. And you guys, yeah, let's see. Maybe Uspensky Cathedral, something like that. Last comments, guys. I'm gonna take a drink of this. Love to your brother. Have a good one. To the rest, thanks for the coming, and it was nice to see you. Looking forward for your next stream. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Black Cat. Thanks, guys, for watching. I decided to come back because, like I said, I was waiting to be streaming from St. Petersburg and then maybe from Riga, my born town. But both were not a go this time around. But hopefully soon in Russia, though. But before that, let's do some live streams and maybe do some. I think we need to do some drinking as well. It usually helps. Old Peterhof, yes. I need to get to Peterhof, by the way. All right, guys, love you all. Thanks for moderators, Black Cat 3. Thanks for subscribers. Thanks all to my members. I will try to release fucking mosquitoes. We'll try to release some member-only content, and I see you guys soon enough. Always pissed about. No problem. I love Peterhof as well. We can go. I have a plan where to go next. All right, guys. Thank you all. Comrade Molotov, Black Cat, Alex, Steve, Borsch, Tony, Vasily, Lars, Antti, everybody. Spasiba, Songs, all you guys. Thank you all. Bye-bye.